Hello, and thank you for coming to my station. I apologize that I cannot be here in person to give this presentation, but I hope you enjoy this video all the same. My name is Lisa Tony. I am a graduate student at Shenandoah University. I am in the process of getting my master's in education as well as my initial teacher's license. I hope to complete the program at the end of this year. I have one more semester, which is my student teaching. At the end of this, I hope to become a kindergarten teacher in either Fairfax or Loudoun County. My iBook is titled Together We Can Play, Grow, and Learn. And the purpose of this book is to help parents educate their children on the standards of learning that we as teachers teach them in the classroom, uh, but in a more fun, interactive way. I believe that teachers and parents need to work together to help educate our children because they are our future and we can't do it by ourselves. And hopefully, this book will help parents understand what their children are learning in the classroom and continue their learning at home as well. I will begin by reading the preface, which helps explain what this book is about and what you can find inside. Together may we give our children the roots to grow and the wings to fly. Children, kindergarten is a child's first introduction to the school experience. They begin to learn a routine, interact with other children, and begin to explore the learning environment. They will learn about sharing, taking turns, respecting the rights of others, and taking care of themselves. Educational experiences provide balance and variety among physical, mental, and social activities as the child's world of awareness is extended from the home to the classroom. As parents, you only want the best for your children and to be able to provide them with all the tools they will need to be successful in life. This book will provide concepts, strategies, and activities you can do at home that will enable your child to continue what they have learned in class through fun, interactive activities that engage the children as well as educate them. You can watch videos, use apps, and create projects with things you have lying around the house. The chapters are separated by subject matter and tied directly to the standards of learning set forth by the state of Virginia. If there is a particular subject that a child is struggling with, just tap on that chapter to find activities and teaching strategies that will enhance their understanding and reinforce what they are learning in the classroom. The underlined words can be looked up in the glossary. Children are our future, and I believe that kindergarten should be a place where children can start to explore the world around them in a safe and secure environment. Lessons should be fun, interactive, and engaging. The classroom environment should reflect the child's imagination and willingness to explore. Oh, the places you'll go. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. I begin my book with an introductory video by Rita Pearson. She explains that teachers need to be champions for students, but I also believe that parents need to be champions as well. It's a community effort to educate a child. And she also explains and gives reasons that I believe why we are teachers and is basically why I want to become a teacher as well. The book is broken up into 7 chapters, and I won't bore you by going through every single page, but basically give you an overview of what you can find in each chapter. Such as in chapter 1, your children will learn all about books, letters, words. They will learn about fiction and nonfiction. They will start to learn to write, hold a pen. They will write letters. They will start to form words and understand that those words have meaning. And as you can see all through the book, you will find these bold, underlined words. If you tap on any particular word, it will give you the glossary definition of that term or phrase. This will help you understand the technical terms we as teachers use to explain certain strategies and concepts. Each chapter will have an overview of what children will be learning in class. And on each page at the top, you will see the standards that we go by that will also help you understand how and what you can teach your children at home. Below each standard is fun ideas, activities, concepts that you can use when at home and educating your children. For example, a video, all you do is tap on the video and hit play, and it will start playing a video. This particular one is how you can read aloud to your children. Some tips, suggestions, and ideas. And as you go through, you will notice pictures. For example, some ideas to do at home is to label a common object such as chairs and lamps so that your children get familiar with associating these letters, these words with those objects. You will also find interactives that will lead you to websites that, for example, for this one, you have a website full of fun word games you can play with your children. If you just go to the kindergarten page, it will show you all the games that you can play at home with your children that will help you learn letters and words. And again, you'll see pictures of activities, videos with helpful hints and suggestions of things you can do at home with your children. I've also included lists of fiction and nonfiction books that seem to be very popular with the children and that you can read at home every day and as often as you can. Chapter 2 is all about writing and how your children will start to learn to write letters and then form words such as their names, and some fun activities you can do with your children to enhance their learning is to download the paper app on your iPad. It's free, and they will be able to use a stylus pen, so they will learn how to hold a pen or pencil in their hand while they learn their letters, their names, and other different words. And some other activities would probably be a dry erase board or a box full of sand where they can form letters and words in it. Sorry about that. Third chapter is all about math. And I have to be honest, it is not my favorite subject, but I do my best. They will learn how to count to 100, how to count backward from 10. They will also learn how to add and subtract, so I have included some fun reviews to help them along the way. For example, if you just scroll through, you just add 2 apples plus 4 apples. So hopefully you get 6 apples, and you can check your answer to see if you're correct. Also on the previous page, I included a link to a fun website that has math games for your children to try out at home. And as you scroll through, they will also learn about money and how to count the coins. And some suggestions I have given is to help while you're at the grocery store, have them count the change when you check out, or maybe have a pretend grocery store at home where you can practice as well. Children will begin to learn about time, about measurement, and they will understand that they will start to engage and pay attention to their surroundings. I've included a fun interactive game for them to play. It's basically comparing small to large, hot to cold. So if you just tap on the pictures to get the match until they're all gone. Children will also learn about geometric figures, or what we call shapes. The basic ones: circle, triangle, square, and rectangle. And it would be fun if you could point out that everything has a shape. Maybe a glass as a circle, a cylinder, a table is rectangular, such examples as that. And I've also included a memory game that you can play with your children so they can identify the different shapes. Something fun that you can do with your children. They will also learn about charts, about counting and tallying. So some fun ideas might be with their cereal, the different colors in the cereal, maybe the sports, what kind of sports you enjoy more, um, what vegetables. They will also sort items maybe based on color, size, material. They will also, so some fun activities I put in are just what types of items that they can sort. And as we move into chapter 4, we go into scientific exploration, what kindergarten students will learn um, as far as science goes. They will learn about reasoning, about energy and motion, then matter. They will learn about the life process and the five senses. They'll also learn about earth resources. And as you can scroll through some interesting pictures of areas of science that they will learn about. And for example, they will learn about the properties, they will learn about the five senses, and I've included some fun activities to help them become more aware of their senses and what we as humans are able to do. They will continue to learn about magnetism, and I've included a fun game of that you can create at home to show them how magnets work and why it's important to learn about magnetism. They will also start to learn about solids, liquids, and gases. So on this page, I've included some interesting activities you can do with your children to point out the difference between them. And I was made aware that Peppa the Pig is a very popular cartoon at the moment, so this was a very popular video to put into my book. They will all learn about the life cycle, so maybe a good example would be to give them a butterfly garden or explain the life cycle of a butterfly. It kind of gives them a background of what we're about and what animals are about. And they will also learn about shadows, the weather, and about recycling and why it's important. So I've included some fun ideas that you can do at home as far as recycling. Maybe make a caterpillar out of an egg carton, a bird feeder out of a milk carton, and maybe do some bowling with some empty paper tubes. And as we go into chapter 5, they will start to learn about history, geography, economics, and civics. They will understand the importance of patriotism, being respectful, um, being a good citizen, and why it's important to follow the rules and respecting the rights and properties of other people. They will learn about some important figures in our history, as well as maps, locations, the globe, and also about money. They will learn these particular historical figures in kindergarten, such as George Washington. And if you just click on each picture, it will give a background of each person and their contribution to America. I have also included a fun website that will give you places in Virginia that you can visit with your children that are kind of off the beaten path. We live in such a wonderful state full of history that wherever you go, there is something to see. Children will also learn about some important holidays and why we celebrate them. And so I've included information on each holiday if you just tap on the picture, and maybe a fun activity you can do on that holiday to emphasize the importance of it. And it's also important to learn where we are in the world, in our country, in our state, in our town. We will teach them to read maps, to look at a globe, to understand um, how relate geography to what they are experiencing. What are they reading in books? Fun activity to do would probably have them just play around in Google Maps. Let them tap, let them explore on their own, just reading the names, looking at the features, just give them a general idea of what maps are and what they're used for. Another important thing we start to teach them in kindergarten is why we work. Why is it important that adults work? Is because they earn money and they can buy things for you as children. Um, and a great idea would be to take them to work or to other friends' works. Just let them see what we do, get an idea of why we do it, and they will also learn about being respectful of themselves, of others, of following rules, of why it is important to be a good citizen, to help others out and take responsibility for certain for chores in the classroom, but maybe also chores at home as well. And as we go into chapter 6, we learn more about art and music and why it is important to have them as well. It's not only good to be creative, but it can also uh, help with other subjects as well, such as math and reading and science. Uh, it's a great way to use your child's imagination and but as the at the same time learn about other subjects as well. And this particular page I included an interactive sketch pad that your children can use to draw pictures of whatever they feel like drawing. As well, music is also a very important part of a child's education. It encourages them to use their imagination, and on this page I've included examples of maybe nursery rhymes that you can sing with your kids, uh, yoga classes you can take that would also enhance their music appreciation, as well as an app called Music for Kids, which allows your children to create their own music and listen to it after it's been created. Finally, in Chapter 7, I give some helpful information on how to help your children if they are struggling readers. This particular website that you can go to has a lot of ideas and strategies you can try, as well as alternative ways of learning. Um, I know one language is hard enough, but having to learn a second one might be even harder. So hopefully these suggestions and this website can help you help your children learn that second language a little bit easier and maybe a little bit more fun as well. Finally, I've included some information about children with disabilities, what you can do as a parent when it comes to their education, to their experience in the classroom. And this website is, I have found, is very helpful with suggestions, ideas, what you can do as a parent um, with a child in kindergarten, but not only kindergarten and other during their whole education. I hope you take the time to explore my book, some of the apps, the videos, the websites that hopefully you find very helpful. And I would appreciate any feedback you have. If you enjoyed it, if there's something I could improve or add. This book, luckily, it's kind of a work in progress. It can always be changed and updated to suit the needs at the moment. You can check this book out, hopefully, or eventually, on the App Store or through the URL that was provided on the brochure. Uh, Please let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Have a good evening.